Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be doing a quick little video on how to increase your overall team CC. So what you're looking at right now is my ungeared team CC, 137,000. It's not the highest I can get, simply because I have Death Pierce in the back, which has very low CC, because he has like no cosmetics, and he has very bad overall stats. And then I have Escanor, really good stats, Gother, really good stats, and Green Taunt Diane, really good stats. So it's like whatever, I have really good CC, to be honest. So what you see here, obviously my ungeared team, but then when you go to geared PvP, which is what I assume most people are going to be talking about, because then I go up to 243,000, literally 100,000 CC difference. So obviously the biggest thing in order to get your CC up is maxing out the level of your characters first, awakening them, etc, etc. I went into all of that in how to upgrade your box CC in the yesterday's video, so if you guys need help figuring out how to get the resources for that, you can check that out. But in geared, the main thing that helps you is obviously having a max super awakened character, and then with max gear. So I got very close on my Escanor HP set. I might end up hammering these to 15% in total, but I don't know right now. Cosmetics don't really make a difference in geared, but in ungeared they are an absolutely must need if you want to maximize your overall CC, because it gives you an extra 2,000 to 3,000 overall CC. Yes, it obviously does help in geared, but it's not the biggest of deal if you're free to play. Mainly focus on your equipment, because as you saw, I went up literally 100,000 CC. And then one thing that is very underlooked is using units that can obviously have their festival link, or not festival, but like their, what is it called? Associated heroes. Yes, that thing. Special association, that's what it's technically called. So on Green Gother, I have King, because when you have this, the like double swords crossing together or whatever, it gives you an extra 1,000 CC, even if the stats are lower. Like with Merlin, I get more CC, or more stats, but then when you click on her and you throw in like King, it has that extra 1,000 CC, and so I get over 1,000 extra CC, which is huge, because no matter what kind of gear set you have, it will not matter, because I believe the associations give you 1/10 of their overall CC. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain it's 1/10. So if Merlin has 50,000 CC, her sublink gives me 5,000. I guess we can check that out right now. We're at 243. Yeah, so I think it is literally exactly 1/10 of their overall CC. So we just lost 5,000 CC. We're going back up. So that dramatically helps. And then gearing your association characters, that will definitely help. Make sure to max. She has 51,000. Okay. I just haven't checked her gear in a while, I guess. So obviously you want to have really decent rolls. 13% or higher, in my opinion, is a good enough gear set to use in top the ladder geared PvP. And then obviously I have quite a few UR cosmetic, especially for Merlin, because you get a lot of her cosmetics. Don't have max weapons yet. I don't know if that's just me or they just haven't given it all out yet, but see, I could buy these. I should buy this one, to be honest. That's a really good headpiece, honestly, but it's whatever in my opinion, because she's always going to be a sublink character. Merlin is not that good, but that's how you get them to like increase their overall CC for associations. And see, since I have 2 extra associations, that's an extra 2,000 CC just from having them. I don't have UR gear on my Hauser. I could have it higher, but I just don't. I have Twigo's gear because it had decent enough rolls to use as an association. So I was like, alright, this was Hauser's gear originally, so I guess I'll throw this back on him. And then with Gother, I believe you guys already know what my Escanor is, though. It's all 100% absolutely max. You guys don't even need to see that. Gother's gear is alright. I mean, I guess I'm only missing a few sub rules on these. The main stats are pretty good. I guess I can just show you that as well. What you want to go for basic stats, though, guys, is at least to where like this number is. To see this plus right there and pass is what you want, at least. You don't really want to re-roll that substat, especially if you're free to play, because it could literally take thousands of anvils, or I'm not going to say thousands, hundreds of anvils to max out. Oh yeah, and also maxing out costumes, that helps because it goes from defense to 10, but it's originally 180 for a URPs. A weapon, I believe, it's also at 180. You have to UR it. When you UR it or like max it out, it goes up 30 attack. So over time, it does add up over time, like especially because I have an extra 870 attack. Definitely nice. HP, cosmetics, I have pretty much them all maxed out, but not entirely because SSR takes so many. It's 90 in total to totally max out because it's 60 and then another 30 to get to UR max, which is quite a grind. And then also for CC, obviously this is like kind of a no-brainer. Make sure you get all of your passives unlocked. That gives you an extra 400 CC, I believe. It could be 600 as well. I've heard that as well, but it definitely does help. And then with characters like Death Pierce, unfortunately he's gonna have low CC no matter what his gear is, because he has some really good rolls, to be honest. Yeah, like all 14%, a really good attack one. And he's only at like 49,000 CC with all of his cosmetics. But look at that, he has a bunch of SRs and SSR pieces, and he doesn't really have that many UR pieces, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, 48,000 CC definitely drops it down quite a bit. So yeah, basically in order to max out your characters in ungeared, you obviously just want to max out all their okay, this is ungeared. Max out their awakening, their super awakening, get the lower characters super awaken, etc, etc. And that is pretty much it. Make sure you get the right links. Like King gives me an extra 1,000. Actually, I could put Red King. I guess he has more CC, so I should probably do that on my gear team because I always forget. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this video. Oh, and also food. I mean, food helps. I can't really show you food in here, but always use CC or HP food or something along those lines. That definitely helps because going first in this meta is key. Peace out. Hey guys, it's me again. One thing I forgot to mention is probably a massive video on how you get this much CC. If you didn't notice, like I didn't say it, but you probably could have picked up on this. Every single unit in my entire, like all of this is all HP defense except for Escanor. I think he has the attack crit damage of Escanor's gear on, but it's still really good CC. But yeah, what you main, here I'll even show you what my actual main team is, because I usually just do this. But this is like my usual team. So I have one attack character and one defense character. Look, that literally went down by like 3,500 CC. So it definitely does make a difference. Even though I'm literally just swapping from top to bottom defense sets, it still makes a massive difference. So Diane, HP defense, Gother's HP defense, King has HP defense, I believe. He might not even have gear, to be honest, can't remember. He does. And then another thing, guys, for maximizing your CC, because I'm just remembering this now after the fact of it, ultimate levels. Make sure you're using all characters with massive ultimate levels, at least 4-6 or higher in my opinion, because that way you do a lot more damage, and because it gives you 400 CC per ultimate level. There's a bunch of little things in this game that just add up over time. Yet again, gear, pretty much all UR'd. Yep. Sometimes you should definitely go through and double check all of your character's gear, because sometimes you just use a new unit and you just don't swap out the costumes. I mean, not gear, I've been calling it gear, but it's costumes. But I think that is pretty much it. Like, obviously you want to use characters with higher substats, because Death Pierce is just not it. Like, if I threw in, I don't know who has high CC. Ludo? My Ludo should have decent CC. Throw in Ludo. And I'm up to... Did the CC not change at all? Does Ludo not have his gear on? No, it was at like 238. Yeah. So yeah, we went up an extra, what, 4,000 or 5,000 CC. So yeah, it definitely helps. And then obviously you can slap food on here, but you can't do it in this screen because I'm in like the team setup screen. But hopefully you guys stick around for this last little part because it definitely does add up over time. Because let's just say 2,000 because it's already 1.6. 5 times 6 or 5 times 4 is 2,000. So 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 8,000, and then an extra 800 because you would just divide it by 10. So 800. So basically 9,000 CC just from ultimate level, I believe, unless I assume that it would still count as 1/10 for the ultimate level. So yeah. So literally an extra 9,000 CC just from maxing out your characters, and it does go a long way. I will not lie, because when you add CC food, it takes 10% out of all that, adds it all together, and gives you an overall 10% amount of your overall CC, which it definitely does help. So hopefully this video helped you guys, and I really cut it off early last time because my roommate walked in and slammed the door, and it was very loud, and I'm very sorry. But hopefully you guys have an amazing day, and hopefully this helped you in any way possible. If it even just taught you about one new thing, that is what these videos are for, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace out.